Hey guys, let's talk about Maximo Application Suite for a moment. A lot of people are still asking, hey, what is it? Why do I want to move to the application suite? A little bit of a mass introduction in that respect. Most organizations that have been utilizing Maximo, what is now Maximo Manage, for a while and have things operating well, we're going to talk about the next logical step. Everybody wants to talk about Predict, but Predict takes a ton of good data to really be good, and there's stepping stones, if you will. What we can do for almost everyone immediately is start leveraging the PLCs, the sensors out there on your existing equipment. And it's in your HVAC systems, your boilers, it's in your chillers, it's probably on a lot of the components in your production lines. New motors are going to have PLCs on them. And what we find is a lot of customers are not using these at all. The most common usage are in like HVAC, chiller, boiler systems, because when those were purchased, the control system from the manufacturer was also purchased. But then it's only living in that little world, and from a maintenance perspective, we're not getting that data back into Maximo. So what Monitor does, Monitor allows us to plug into all those PLCs, all those data feeds, and start to bring that into Maximo so that we can set up meters and measurement points and get those readings, and we can reduce inspection rounds. We can start to see when things are trending off and get predictive just by having data in front of us without any extra tech other than human eyes looking at the data. So there's a lot of power in the Monitor application, and that's one of the top ones in the application suite that we see can benefit almost every enterprise right out of the gate. And when you start using Monitor and when you start refining it, then you are going to move toward, that's a stepping stone toward that predictive state. So it's very important. You want to get to predictive, start Monitor. The next one that is really powerful is the visual inspection. And this is another way to reduce inspection rounds. Now, this can't be used everywhere, but it does have the power to be used in a lot of scenarios where inspection rounds come in. And this is things like, I'm inspecting fire extinguishers, I'm inspecting doors, for manufacturing companies, we're inspecting products that are rolling off the line. Maximo Visual Inspection will help us out by using remote cameras or photos we might take, and it will do the heavy lifting on anomaly detection. And so what we're going to see is that we're going to reduce a lot of the human involvement in that anomaly detection, and our efficiency and rate of detection are going to go way up by leveraging the visual inspection application. And so, those who are in industries where you have precision parts being manufactured, you're going to see an outsized, benefit from this. And almost anyone who just has to make sure my doors are closing, my fire extinguishers are in the right place, so on and so forth, visual inspection is going to be powerful there as well. And again, everyone is going to see some hours saved, and labor's expensive. So if we can save hours and we can increase our efficiency, we can increase the detection of anomalies, that's a great way to invest. The third then would be health. What's my asset health look like? We can get into health with our historical work orders alone. Adding in the monitoring portion is going to give us a much better picture. And that's a way to really start moving toward predictive. If you can start using the health insights and watch what's happening there, you're going to find where the gaps are more rapidly, and you can start to shore those up. and then prepare yourself for a move into predictive. And, you know, as we've said in some other videos, one of the other base components where we pound on is failure hierarchy, failure tracking. You know, get your failure hierarchy set up if you haven't. Track the failure codes on the work orders, because that is the #1 driver to getting to predict. And if you combine that with the monitoring capabilities, you're going to see an incredible improvement in your reaction time. You're going to see that mean time to repair go down, mean time between failure increase. It's just going to pay dividends. And of course, here I am talking about it's going to pay, and everyone's going, well, how do I know if it's going to pay or not? And we recognize that that's always a challenge to measure that. And that's where, as you are looking at implementing these, looking at an upgrade, this is where the business value assessment comes in. Take the time to get some help to assess your processes and practices, assess where these new technologies will be of a best value to you. You know, you don't want to over implement. You want to right size implement, and you know, figure it out that you're going to spend that $500K and you're going to be able to show, you know, leadership that you got 1.5 million back. You know, that's money talks, right? So there are ROI opportunities out there that can cover the cost of your project. That's where you want to be. The business value assessment will open up those opportunities. So love to hear your thoughts, comments on the video. Look forward to talking to you.